Ball's going to be split at 47-yard. Be 4th and 2 for the Redbirds. All the rules inside the 10 be marked down as 9. For the Flyers, they're not taking possession. Their second possession in the first quarter.
Oh, no.
7:42 on the clock.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. East St. Louis Flyers are going against the Alton Redbirds. It's our first period, 6-0, East St. Louis Flyers. There's a bomb thrown. Looks like a touchdown for the East St. Louis Flyers. Great throw, great catch. East St. Louis Flyers with the touchdown. No flags on the field. The touchdown is confirmed. East St. Louis Flyers. 0. First period of play. You're tuned in to City of Champions TV. I'm your broadcaster, Nick Cannon, along with producer Larry Duncan. Glad to have you aboard. East St. Louis sets up for the 2-point conversion. It's snapped, quarterback throw to Dominique, and the 2-point conversion is good. East St. Louis Flyers, 14, Alton Redbirds, 0. This is the first period of play. $7:26 left first quarter of play here in Alton, Illinois. East St. Louis Flyers 14, Alton Redbirds 0. We have a little technical difficulty here at the football field where the scoreboard isn't showing the time. I'll keep you aware of the time of the game as much as I possibly can. Once again, this is City of Champions TV, broadcaster Nick Cannon. There's the kickoff to Alton. He picks it up. He's hit immediately by the Flyers. Alton will resume play on their own 35-yard line. Alton offense set to play. Eastside Flyers on the defensive end. 7 minutes, 22 seconds, first quarter. It's a run play. Good for approximately 8 yards. Alton Redbirds. Nice night for football here in Alton, Illinois. Second down, Alton's possession. Run play, stop short. Flyers are going into this game with a 4-0 record, undefeated at this time of the year. Great football team. Third down. Pass play, it's completed, and it's enough for the first down for the Redbirds of Alton. First and 10, Alton Redbirds. Ball's being placed on the 42-yard line. Nice pass by the quarterback for Alton. Running play. 5-yard run. Alton Redbirds. Once again, the technical difficulty of the time clock on the scoreboard. They're trying to get it corrected. As far as I could see, we've got 4 minutes, 40 seconds, first quarter of play. Alton back to pass. Hit immediately. Cornerback wearing number 16 for the Flyers on the stop. Third down for the Redbirds of Alton. Middle of the field. Three yards to go. It's going to be close. It's fourth down. Looks like the Alton Redbirds are going to go for it. Ball's on the 48-yard line. and the Redbirds are going for it. Down 14-0. East St. Louis Flyers ahead. The ball is being snapped. He's back in the pass. He throws it, and it's incomplete. The Flyers will take over on downs on the 48-yard line. It's 3:09 left in the first quarter of play. Nice night for football here in Alton, Illinois. East St. Louis with a 4-0 record. Great looking football team this year. As usual for the. Here comes that high, powerful offense of the Flyers with the ball on the 48-yard line. Macon, quarterback, back in the shotgun. Witherspoon behind him. And it's an official timeout. We're back to play. It's snapped. It's given to Witherspoon. He's taking yards. First down. Hit hard, but he's a tough character. Good run by Witherspoon. 1st and 10, East St. Louis Flyers. Witherspoon goes out. Number 9, Reed comes in the game as the running back. Macon's back in the shotgun for the Flyers. There's the whistle blown. Timeout, Alton Redbirds. As I look around, East St. Louis fans are here supporting their great football team. Alton fans are here on their home field. As the cheerleaders are performing in the timeout. Offense is back in action after the timeout. It's 1st and 10, East St. Louis Flyers. It's handed off to Reed. Reed's hit. He gets about 8 yards on the carry. Good run by the junior Reed. Second down for the Flyers, 7 yards to go. It's back to Reed again. He razzles and dazzles. He pushes up the field. 1st down, East St. Louis Flyers. Dandy run by number 9, Reed, for the Flyers. 1st and 10, ball is on the 15-yard line. East St. Louis is threatening to score again. Making in the shotgun, back over to Reed. He hits the outside, the flag is thrown. Reed down to the 5-yard line, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding on East St. Louis Flyers. It'll come back. Flyers, the penalty sets up. Ball's on the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Up the middle goes Witherspoon. He gets some of the yardage back. Play clock is down to 1 minute, 20 seconds, first quarter of play. This is City of Champions TV, broadcasting here, Alton High School's football stadium. Here comes Macon around the side. It's enough for the first down for the Flyers. Seconds before the end of the first quarter, East St. Louis is up 14-0. There's no rush by the Flyers. We'll see if we get this off. There's 40 seconds before the end of the first quarter. Macon's back in the shotgun for the Flyers. He's back to pass. He scrambles. Great block by Reed, and it's incomplete. The Dominique of the Flyers. Awesome block by the running back, Jalen Reed. Awesome.
31 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Ball was incomplete. The clock stops 31 seconds before the end of the first quarter. It's 4th down, 7 yards to go for the Flyers, and they're going for it as they're threatening to score again. Pass play. Waiting on a signal. They're going to call it down. First and goal for the Flyers. The clock is running down, 13 seconds before the end of the first quarter. Flyers not rushing, and they're not going to get this play off. We'll go into the second quarter of play. East St. Louis threatening to score, up 14-0. This is City of Champions TV, Flyers football. As we walk the field, I'm running into the individuals on the field. With me here is Mr. Doc Darrell Cash. Mr. Cash, good to see you.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a great night for football. I want to piggyback on what you said, Nick. Great night for football. I'm most impressed by the East St. Louis Flyers. I tell you, man, they're running out on the field like hey, let's get this party started. They're not lacking at all. Yeah, hey, from play to play.
That's that East St. Louis spirit.
I see it, man. Let's get it
Coming
down.
up, me and you speak regularly about this football team. It's almost okay to say this may be one of our best teams ever. What you think?
Well, it's a little early for that one,
okay.
But by being 4.
Here's the snap. Here's the kick. Flag is on the field. It gets through the upright, but there's a penalty. Offsides, false start, East St. Louis. They'll bag it up. Extra point attempt. It's up. It looks good from here. And yes, it's good. Great kick. Ball's on the 30-yard line. Redbirds will come off with their first offensive possession of the half. Second quarter. Quarterback's back in the shotgun. Running play. And he may be tackled for a loss. I would like to apologize. Here at Alton, no rosters passed out to the media, so you'll hear me calling numbers and teams. Please accept my apology on that behalf. There's no rosters here at the Alton High School. Let's get it in. 27. Ball is on the 27-yard line. That was a 2-yard loss by the Redbirds. Defense swirled on the ball of the Flyers. Alton's quarterback wearing number 2 is in the shotgun. It's a pass play and it's going for the yards. Almost intercepted by the 16 of the Flyers, cornerback. Third down, 13 yards to go for the Alton Redbirds. Ball's on the 26-yard line. They're back to pass. It's a screen play, and yards are being made on the screen play. It's enough for a first down for the Redbirds. They'll move the chains. Nice call by the offensive coordinator over for the Redbirds. Screenplay was effective, Redbirds. First and 10, Alton Redbirds. Ball's placed on the 45-yard line. Running play. Tackle, big number 78 was all on that tackle. Down here on the field, I'm standing next to number 7, Dominique, the sensational sophomore wide receiver for the Flyers. Great athlete. Like to just give him a shout out. There'll be third down coming up for the Redbirds. Got approximately 9 yards to go for the Redbirds. Third down. Players coming from the Alton's bench. Quarterback's in the shotgun. He's back to pass. There's a rush put on. Another screen play. This time he gets away again, and that may be enough yards for a first down We're waiting for the signal and the placing of the ball. Fourth down. Flyers stopped them. They're lined up for the punt. Redbirds are down. It would be wise for the coaching staff of the Flyers to watch the trick play. Simply fourth down, 8 yards to go. Middle of the field, 47-yard line. Back to receive the punt for the Flyers, number 7, sensational wide out, Dominique. And me, the commentator, called it. It was a trick play, but he got the kickoff. Dominique has received it. He whistles and whistles. He doesn't get away. Ball is down on the 10-yard line of the Flyers. Nice run and kick by the Redbirds. It threw everyone off. Dominique, number 7 for the Flyers, couldn't shake loose. We'll start 1st and 10, East St. Louis Flyers on the 10-yard line. Here comes that high, powerful offense of the Flyers. Second quarter of play. Flyers, 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Outside to Dominique. He takes a whirl to the middle of the field. He starts to roll. He's caught. Ball is fumbled, but he's down. The whistle had blown. The whistle had blown. Nice yardage. Dominique for the Flyers. Penalties are on the field. In the backfield is a penalty. Flag thrown. Looks as if we're waiting on a call. Officials are speaking to one another. Flyers, Redbirds are patiently waiting for the call. And here it is. Sideline warning on the Redbirds, holding on the Flyers, offsetting. It'll be 1st down, and the play will come back. If it's offsetting, the play should have went. Yes. No, we're going to bring it back. The 10-yard line where we first started, it'll be 1st down again for the Flyers. It's not a loss of downs, but it's a loss of yards. Penalties were offsetting. Okay, we're going to start it again. East St. Louis Flyers on the 5-yard line. 15 yards to go for the 1st down. It's a running play with Witherspoon, the All-American. He gets 5 yards. Receivers are wide out for the Flyers. Running backs are in the backfield. Quarterbacks in the gun. Here comes the St. Louis Flyers up 21-0. Back to pass. Across the middle of the field. Completed to number 1 for the Flyers. He's got room to run. There's a flag on the play of a block. We think we're going to come back. And another penalty. Maybe late hit. Powell with great yards on the reception. On the field with the action, with the players, with the St. Louis Flyers. 6 minutes, second quarter. Officials explaining to Coach Sunken of the Flyers. First down, East St. Louis Flyers. By the Alton Redbirds. Late. First and 10, East St. Louis. Ball's on the 31-yard line. Flyers quarterback Makin's in the shotgun. Fake to Witherspoon, pass play, completed. Yes, completed to the All-American. Johnson, he says Flyers All-American with reception. Great catch. And that was enough for a first down. Flyers are moving the ball. Handoff to Witherspoon. Good for about 4 yards. Witherspoon, a little slow getting up, but he's a tough kid. He's up, ready to go. Here we go. Ball's on the 45-yard line. Second down, 7 yards. East St. Louis Flyers. Pass play, quick play. Knee touch the ground. Dominique is down. Penalty on the play. Holding on East St. Louis. We'll move it back some. 5 minutes, 34 seconds before the end of the second quarter. Stick around. It looks as if the Alton Redbirds are going to have a nice halftime show of their band. They're setting up. It's been moved back to go for the wide out goes Witherspoon, the running back. Macon's in the backfield alone. It's a quick pass. It's incomplete. Incomplete for the Flyers. For the Flyers. Third and 21. That's a long pass for the Flyers. And it's completed. It's enough for a first down. Pass completed to number 7, Dominique. Flyers are moving the chains. Great play call from the coaches of the Flyers. 30-yard reception was good. 4 minutes before the second quarter ends. Macon, quarterback of the Flyers, is in the shotgun. Witherspoon, All-Americans behind him. That's the running back. Wide outs are wide. Johnson to the left. It's a fake to Witherspoon. We're going to the air again. High-flying Flyers. Great catch. Excellent catch by Johnson. He takes it in, and it's a touchdown. East St. Louis Flyers. Awesome reception by the All-American Johnson. Dipped and dabbed and went into the end zone. What a football team we're watching tonight, ladies and gentlemen. East St. Louis Flyers. Great catch and run by the All-American Johnson. Wearing number 2, pass from Macon, quarterback. Whistle's blown on the extra point attempt. Extra point attempt coming up for the Flyers. Scoreboard's reading 27-0, East St. Louis. Extra point attempt, it's no good. This is Flyers football, ladies and gentlemen. Going towards the end of the second quarter, East St. Louis ahead on the scoreboard. (27) Alton Redbirds 0. 4 minutes, 32 seconds before the end of the second quarter. Flyers are looking sharp tonight, Flyer fans. There's the punt. And Flyers stopped him.
The play is picked up, so the first hit to the Redbirds, where the ball is spotted, which is the 23-yard line. A little over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Darius Walker was number 15 on the tackle on the kickoff.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Alton Redbirds. 4 minutes, 17 seconds, second quarter. Flyers are leading in the game, 27-0. There's an outside pass that's incomplete from the Redbirds.
Pass is incomplete. 16, Lamar Box-Studer defending. 2nd and 10 for Alton.
Second down for the Redbirds of Alton. Quarterback back in the shotgun. He throws a bomb. He's got a receiver, but it's incomplete. Incomplete. Number 11 for the Redbirds was the intended receiver. Nice pass, close play, but it was incomplete. $27-0. Redbirds aware that they're going to have to go to the air to get back in this football game. Timeout on the play. Alton Redbirds, timeout. 1 remaining before half. This is City of Champions TV.
Again, right here below, the press box, Chick-fil-A Center. Feature Chick-fil-A Center. Play resumes to be third down for Alton. We do have all middle school players of the week to be announced. Should have been announced at the end of the first quarter. It's been a little bit unusual. We will recognize them from that best.
Here we go. Redbirds with the ball. Down 27-0. The ball's on the 23 line. Third down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback's in the shotgun. He's going for the home run again. And it's incomplete. Two Flyers ran into one another. They're slowly to get up. They're both up. Players are coming to check on them. Everybody's okay. Here comes 4th and 10 for the Redbirds. Back to receive the punt, number 7, Dominique. The punting team comes on the field for the Redbirds. They're down. It may be another trick play. We'll see. 4 minutes left in the second quarter of play. Ball's being snapped by the Redbirds. And it's a long snap. He keeps it, he runs, and kicks it. Dominique picks it up. And he tried to dizzle and dazzle, but he's down right at the 50-yard line. East St. Louis Flyers will take over on down.
3:49 to go. In the first half. Nowhere to go on the punt return. Ball spotted at the Flyer 45-yard line.
Here comes Flyers offense, ladies and gentlemen. High-flying offense. Up 27-0 over Alton's Redbirds here in Alton, Illinois. For you sports fans that couldn't make the game, if you like seeing the game, we'd like you all to tune in to City of Champions TV on YouTube or Charter Cable 928 Charter Cable.
Good rate kicking from on that carry on his left side. Picking up Flyer first down. Clock is
City of Champions TV, producer Larry Duncan, broadcaster Nick Cannon here on the field giving you play-by-play action. Macon's back. Penalty markers are thrown. Play is stopped. False start East St. Louis is the call. That'll move them back 5 yards. 1st and 15 for the Flyers. Players coming in from the sideline. Quarterback's reading it. Players are reading it. Flyer attack is getting ready. Shotgun Macon. Motion. Handoff. Yards to go. And it's another penalty flag thrown on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding on East St. Louis. Holding on East St. Louis. They'll move the chains back. 2 minutes, 41 seconds before the end of the second quarter. East St. Louis Flyers 27, Alton Redbirds 0. Flyers go into this game 4-0, and the Flyers have the ball. And the quarterback is sacked. The ball is out. Penalty flags are on the field. The call right now is Redbirds football. Officials are gathering. There is a flag on the field. They're giving the Redbirds the football. Penalties decline. It was on the Flyers. Redbirds get the ball off the fumble recovery. They're on the 39-yard line. They're down 27-0. Flyers defense is on the field. Redbirds quarterback in the shotgun. He fakes, he runs. Good for 5 yards. Second and 5 for the Redbirds. Ball's placed on the 34-yard line. 1 minute, 50 seconds before the end of the second quarter. This is Flyers football. Here comes the Redbirds with the ball. Quarterback keep again, and he's brought down.
1:30 to go in the second quarter.
Lot.
Quarterback ball number 2. Is the ball carrier. Loss of a couple of yards. Third down for the Redbirds.
Brought down by the linebacker, number 15 of the Flyers. Quarterback's being attacked. Flyers are getting to him, and they got him. Huge loss for the Redbirds. Penalty mark is thrown. Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct on the quarterback of the Redbirds. Officials have yet to make the call of the penalty. Flyers ran him back for a loss with a sack. A little confusion from the officials here. The penalties on the Redbirds, just as I thought, unsportsmanlike conduct on Alton Redbirds. There's 40 seconds before the end of the second quarter, going into halftime. Wideout Dominique, wearing number 7, is back for the punt. 4th down, 40 yards to go. I'll repeat it. 4th down, 40 yards to go for the Alton Redbirds. They're punting it away. The punt is long. Whistles are blown. And there's another penalty flag on the field. Offsides, East St. Louis. We'll resume play. 4th and 40 for the Redbirds, and they're punting it away. 4th and 34 for the Redbirds. Here's the punt. It's up high. Dominique receives it. He's trying to hit the outside, and he's brought down. East St. Louis will take over in the middle of the field with
29 seconds to go in the second quarter.
29 seconds to go in the quarter.
The 49, the Flyers.
This is the first half of play here with Flyers football on a Friday night in Alton, Illinois. East St. Louis Flyers 27, Alton Redbirds 0. Offense is on the field for the Flyers, 29 seconds before half. Quarterback Makins in the shotgun. Flyers are lined up to go for it. And the quarterback wiggles away, still wiggles away. Now he's running. He dodges, and he's down, where he turned nothing into something. Quarterback Macon for the Flyers. Great run, great scramble, young man.
Again, we'll announce the Alton Middle School players who would, since this first half's over with, are completed. So please, Redbird fans, give these young men a nice round of applause when you recognize them. This time out will be the third final. No, this is the Flyers. So they've got, pardon me, they have two finals. Only a few seconds to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, East St. Louis Flyers up 27-0. 8 seconds before halftime. Ball is being snapped. It's a screen played to the All-American Witherspoon. He runs. He continues to run. He's down with great yards on the run. Player down for the Alton Redbirds.
Pick up 28 yards. Timeout Flyers.
Players down for the Alton Redbirds after the play. Great run by Witherspoon. 7 seconds left. Flyers will get another offensive play before half. The trainers are coming to the field to attend to the player down for the Alton Redbirds. All sports fans, let's keep our prayers up, please. Like it's going to be an outstanding show by the Alton Redbirds band. They're lined up here on the track, getting ready for a performance. This is City of Champions TV. We're here in Alton, Illinois, for the Alton Redbirds going against the high-flying St. Louis. Stand by as we wait for the trainers to attend to the injured player from the Alton Redbirds.
On the field.
They used to have the basketball game for the team.
Redbirds set the speed for second half. Kick off. Mario on the kicking off Alton.
Alton Redbirds 0. Punting teams coming on the field for the Redbirds. Back deep for the Flyers, number 7, Dominique. Ball is snapped. Ball is kicked wide to the right. East St. Louis let it roll. And it'll be East St. Louis football. We're going to mark it on the 38-yard line of the Flyers. Offense coming to the field. High flying East St. Louis Flyers offense. This is the homecoming game for the Alton Redbirds. East St. Louis Flyers are putting the show on. Fake to Witherspoon. Pass to Johnson on the sideline. It's good for a first down to East St. Louis. First and 10, East St. Louis Flyers. Handoff to Witherspoon. He goes wide right. He's got running room. He's down. But that's enough for a Flyers first down.
Number 4, Witherspoon on the carry. Number 3, Antonio Clayton on the tackle. However, it's a first down inside the 30 for
East St. Louis Flyers coming off a homecoming victory over the Belleville West Maroons, 53-0. They're up here this Friday night, 33-0 against Alton Redbirds. Back to pass is Macon. He throws it long. It's completed. Ladies and gentlemen, touchdown, East St. Louis Flyers. Pass completed, and it's a touchdown, Macon to number 3, Lewis of the Flyers. In for the extra point attempt. Number 36 for the Flyers with an extra point attempt. It's wide right, no good. Scoreboard's reading 39-0, East St. Louis Flyers. Early into the third quarter, 9 minutes, 17 seconds. Flyers score again. This is East St. Louis Flyers football. Flyers about to kick off to the Alton Redbirds, up 39-0. Glad to have you all aboard. You're tuned in to City of Champions TV. Alan, Duncan, Larry, producer, broadcaster, East St. Louis's own Nick Cannon. Flyers fans are beginning to cheer. They're up 39-0. There's the kick. There's the tackle. Flyers on the stop. Redbirds with the ball. They go long. And it's incomplete. Covered by St. Louis's cornerback, number 16.
Second and 10 for the Redbirds.
Timeouts on the field. 39-0, East St. Louis Flyers, third quarter high school football play.
Second down for the Redbirds following the timeout. Second and 10.
We're resuming play. Second down and 10 for the Redbirds. It's a running play, quarterback keep, good for about 5 yards.
Pick up maybe 2 yards, bringing up third down for Alton. Third and 7 for the Redbirds.
Third and 7. It's going to come up short. We'll see if they keep it. They're down. 39-0. Penalty on the play. It goes against the Redbirds of Alton. They'll move them back. It'll be fourth down. 7 yards to go. Alton chooses to punt it off. Back deep for the Flyers, number 7, wideout sensation, Dominique. High shift. And it's strictly straight out of bounds, goes to punt. Flyers will get it at approximately
St. Louis will take possession of the ball.
on the 1st and 10, East St. Louis. Ball is placed on the 42-yard line of the Flyers. East St. Louis, high-flying offense on the field. Macon's at quarterback. Reed is at running back. He gets it and he goes wide. Penalty marker is on the field. Reed is down for about 3-yard gain. Flyers back to pass. Macon, open, out of bounds, goes to Flyers. Good for about 10 yards as the Flyers were accused of the penalty. It's called incomplete pass. Second down for the Flyers, 21 yards to go. Looks as if extra players are getting a chance to play for the Flyers. Up 39-0. There's Reed with the handoff. And he's hit on the sideline. Jalen Reed's on the carry. I'm proud to say Jalen Reed's the nephew of a Lincoln High School standout and former East St. Louis High School football coach Edmund Jones. Reed stays in the game. Macon's in the game as quarterback. As the shift, it goes to Reed again. Outside he goes. He rouses and dazzles. He's not down yet. Tough young man. And the chains will move. It's good for a first down. It's going to be 4th down and 1. The chains did not move. 4th and 1, Flyers ball. They're going for it. There's the shift. There's the fake. Macon keeps it. Up the middle he goes. He's fast as lightning. First down, East St. Louis Flyers. Penalty markers are down on the field after the play. While we're picking up the penalty markers, I would like to say congratulations to the East St. Louis Flyers coaching staff. They've got their team at 4-0 so far this season, and they've got big plans for the second half of the season. Go Flyers. Penalty marker goes against the Flyers. It'll be marked off 15 yards backwards. Pass is incomplete. Fourth down, 18 yards. Flyers on the defensive end. Running play by the Redbirds. Second and 9 for the Redbirds. Psst. Psst. Redbirds back to pass. It's coming long right here towards me. Incomplete pass. Defended by number 21, cornerback of the Flyers. Knocked it down. Incomplete. It's a screenplay, and it's knocked down by the Flyers. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, East St. Louis. Here we go, East St. Louis Flyers football. Alton High School are going against the East St. Louis Flyers. Flyers are up 39-0. This is City of Champions football. Here you go. Long pass from the quarterback, and it's too long. Incomplete pass for the Redbirds. Third quarter, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Offense coming back to the field. That was the fourth down attempt for the Redbirds. It was incomplete. Flyers will take over on downs. 39-0. East St. Louis is still ahead with 4 minutes, 39 seconds, third quarter. Flyers football. Handoff. Reed, he keeps it. He's not down yet. Nice, tough, rough run right there by Jalen Reed.
Second down for Alton.
Running play for the Flyers. It's good for a first down. The chains will move. First and 10, East St. Louis Flyers. Looks as if the second unit of running backs are in the game for the Flyers. And they're moving the ball just as the first unit did. Up the middle. Good for 4 yards. Running play for the Flyers. That's Jalen Reed again. Great yards on the play.
First down carry for the Flyers.
Everybody's getting up. Flyer player getting up slowly. He's up, the big man, number 76. There's Reed. Dandy move. He's running that football, ladies and gentlemen. Reed giving the fans something to watch. Jalen Reed, great run. First down, East St. Louis Flyers. The fans are cheering. Booed up. Nickname for Jalen Reed. Quarterback to Reed again. He goes outside. He goes the other way and the other way. First and goal for the Flyers.
First and goal for East St. Louis.
Jalen Reed is still down for the Flyers. Players are surrounding him. Let's take prayers up. Trainers are on the field. East St. Louis Flyers football player is down. Looks like number 9, Jalen Reed.
Minutes, 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. Official timeout on field with the Flyer down.
And he gets a round of applause. Jalen Reed gets up as the trainers are helping him off the field. Tough kid. Appear to be walking on his own. To God be the glory. Good job, Jalen. His mother leads the fans in cheering, Miss Sybil Jones. That's her son. Here comes the Flyers, and they're in for the touchdown. Touchdown, East St. Louis Flyers. Scoreboard's reading 45-0, Flyers football. Extra point attempts coming up. They'll go for 2. Offense stays on the field. Two minutes, 18 seconds, third quarter. Flyers ahead. Extra point attempt, thrown out wide. And it's good. East St. Louis Flyers, 47. Alton Redbirds, 0. The Flyers are in high gear tonight, Flyer fans. Two minutes to go, 13. The Redbirds are kicking after a touchdown.
Number 89, Jake Marty kicking off for the Redbirds.
Here comes the kick. Nice kick by the Redbirds. Back to receive, number 12. And here comes the Flyers. He breaks away. He breaks away. He may go all the way, ladies and gentlemen. He may go all the way. Touchdown. Flag on the play. Sideline flag. Flag in the backfield. Flags are thrown all over the field. 90-yard kickoff return to the house. Flags are on the field. I'm here on the field right next to the officials. Let's see what the call is. Are they going to pick up the flags? We're waiting for the call. Great run by the Flyers. Penalty markers are on the field. Official approaches head coach Darren Sunken. Holding on the Flyers is one call. It'll come back. Touchdown is taken off the scoreboard. First down, East St. Louis Flyers. It'll come back, ladies and gentlemen. The ball will be placed on the 13-yard line of the Flyers. Offense is ready to go. Here comes the Redbirds defense. And here we go. Touchdown called back. Holding on East St. Louis Flyers. It's a running play. 23. He keeps it. Dandy run by number 26, running back for the East St. Louis Flyers. Dandy run. Flyers ball. First and 10, ball's on the 33-yard line. Timeout on the end of the third quarter. East St. Louis Flyers 47. Alton Redbirds Champions TV. East St. Louis Flyers football. As the start of the fourth quarter gets ready, we'd just like to thank you all for tuning in, watching high school football here in Alton, Illinois with us, City of Champions TV. Here we go, start of the fourth quarter. East St. Louis Flyers 47, Alton Redbirds 7. Flyers with the ball. It's a running play, up the middle. He's down. It'll be second and about 8 yards for the Flyers. Flyers football. Running play again. He's got yards. He's down. Nifty run for the Flyers running back, number 26. The chains are moving. First down, East St. Louis Flyers. Ball's on the 44-yard line. Running play again. Stop short this time.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Second and 11. Running play. Flyers appear to be killing clock, running the football. Short gain, third down. Third and 8 for the Flyers. Penalty markers are thrown. Offsides on the Redbirds. That should be enough for a first down. Not quite. It'll be third down and 3 yards to go. To the sideline. That's enough for a first down. Moving the chains are the Flyers. We're down to 9 minutes, fourth quarter in the game. Lead by the Flyers. Clock will continue to run. Running play to the outside. He's still going and still going. And penalty markers are on the field. A lot of the extra guys are getting a chance to play here tonight. Good sportsmanship by the coaches of the East St. Louis Flyers. Getting a look at all the kids tonight. Good football team. It'll go against the Flyers, the penalty marker. Seven minutes, 40 seconds, fourth quarter. Flyers football, first and 10. Outside running. 8-yard pickup, second and 2 for the Flyers. Second, 2 yards to go. Good run by the nifty 26 of the Flyers. We're going the other way. Number 28 for the Flyers. And the chains are moving. First down, East St. Louis Flyers.
Moving the ball to Redbirds.
Flyer football, 1st and 10. Flag on the play. Could easily be a face mask on the Redbirds. Nice blocking by the Flyers. That was the call, face mask on the Redbirds. We're going to half the distance of the goal line. 15-yard penalty on the Redbirds. Flyers are threatening to score. Ball's on the 12-yard line, 1st and 10, East St. Louis Flyers, 4th quarter. Running play up the middle. He's down. Flyers football. 2nd and 7 yards to go. Ball's placed on the 10-yard line. We're in the red zone for the Flyers. Motion. It's a reverse. It's Dominique to the outside. He's down. Good for 5 yards maybe. Here we go. 3rd down, 2 yards to go. And he's tackled for a loss. It's 4th down. Flyers are in the red zone. Offense is staying on the field, and the Flyers are going to go for it. They're up in this football game 47-7. Great game tonight by the East St. Louis Flyers, threatening to score again. Here comes that offense of the Flyers. The play is being called. Quarterback's in the shotgun. To the outside, yards, and it's 1st and goal, East St. Louis. Good speed by number 26, running back of the Flyers. It's 1st and goal, East St. Louis Flyers. Running play, touchdown, East St. Louis Flyers. The fan support is awesome here tonight for the Flyers. Homecoming game for the Alton Redbirds, and the Flyers are putting on a show. Scoreboard's reading 53-7. Extra point attempts coming up. This is Flyers football. Extra point attempt. It's up, and it's good. 54 points on the scoreboard for the Flyers, ladies and gentlemen. This is East St. Louis Flyers football at its best. 3 minutes, fourth quarter, East St. Louis 54, Alton Redbirds 7. Go Flyers! The Flyer fans are enjoying this one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They are in the building. Yes, indeed. East St. Louis Flyers football at its best. As I move around, one of the parents is here watching the Flyers. Mr. Chuck Brown of Brown. Hey, I'd like to
I'm actually the father of Dallas Brown.
That's what I said, sir. I correct that. The father of Dallas Brown, Mr. Chuck Brown. Good to see you here at the game, Mr. Brown.
Appreciate it, Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Let's go Flyers. It's going down tonight. One of the Lincoln Tigers great, Mr. John Gavin, is here. How do Flyers look to you tonight?
Great, like unstoppable.
Yes, I agree. He's unstoppable. Flyers football at its best. East St. Louis 54, Alton Redbirds 7. This is Flyers football. Alton Redbirds going long, and it's incomplete. As the fourth quarter clock is ticking, City of Champions TV are so excited to be able to be here tonight to have the game for you all, sports fans. East St. Louis Flyers put on a show tonight. They were in high gear tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We witnessed some good football by the East St. Louis Flyers. Alton going long, incomplete. As the clock ticks down, from producer Larry Duncan, broadcaster Nick Cannon, City of Champions TV, we say until next time, Flyers 54, Alton Redbirds 7, and this is East St. Louis High School Flyers football. We'll see you next week. Be safe, and may God bless you all.
Congratulations to the victorious Flyers. It's Richard Jones coming out here. Alton High School is the voice of the Redbirds, and on behalf of the administration, school district, faculty, staff, students, thank you everyone for your attendance. Redbird fans, hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks or homecoming in Calvary East. 7 o'clock kickoff. May everyone have a safe trip to your next destination, especially out there. Okay, thank you. All right, now.